What are the Strogg in the video game Quake 2? This game was released in 1997, and with it came an enemy unlike any other. Quake 2's enemy was seen as some type of cybernetic alien race. An early invasion on Earth led humanity to fight back and push the Strogg out of our solar system. But humans would push on and try to attack the Strogg on their homeworld. But during this mission called Operation Alien Overlord in the Quake 2 story, most of the forces from Earth were taken down or crashed upon their homeworld called Strogos. The home planet of the Strogg had 3 moons, along with a similar size, gravity, and atmosphere to Earth. Although this planet could support humans and other forms of organic life, most of the planet was seen as a barren wasteland. The Strogg would invade other planets by the use of slipgates that allowed them to travel quickly to any location. A portal would be created by a device called the Black Hole Generator. The slipgates would vary in size depending on how big of an army is being sent through. Once the Strogg invade a planet, they wage war on any intelligent species there, and when the planet is in their possession, they strip it of all life until there is nothing left. The Strogg are always in search of new planets to conquer in order to consume and assimilate the flesh of other life forms. They are a mix of artificially melded organic bodies and mechanical augmentation. This race is extremely hostile and does not understand the concept of peace. This race would expand its military force, and this would lead to mass industrialization on Strogos. They would create mass amounts of pollution and destruction on their homeworld, which erased most of the world's ecology. The Strogg are controlled by an intelligent hive mind civilization. The origins of the Strogg was never revealed, but there have been some theories. One person suggested the Strogg were created by an intelligent species, but when the creators left the planet, the Strogg decided to continue its existence. They adapted and created a hierarchy among their military. This would serve as some type of political leadership, but when their planet would run out of resources, they would fight endless wars against another species and assimilate the defeated races. The second theory is that they either evolved on their own or through the use of a supercomputer that made simple calculations for survival. Another theory is that they were once a race similar to humans, but their reliance on technology had taken over their race. In some way, we could see this as the next step of humanity, grafting our technology to our bodies to make us better in many ways. Now in the story of Quake 4, Matthew Kane had also mentioned that the Strogg's origins were linked to some type of Frankenstein event. Now, in the event of a war or invasion, any life forms that are captured are brought for Stroggification. This process is extremely painful and gruesome. Depending on what role the host is chosen for, they may end up losing all or some of their limbs without the use of anesthetic or sterilization. These parts would be replaced with cybernetic augmentations. Not only will they take a live host, but they will also use the bodies of the deceased. They would also remove unneeded organs from the body, and the final procedure includes a neurocyte implanted into the brain. This allows the Macron to control the Strogg. They would also be linked to the Strogg communication network that gives them tactical information about their technology. The character Matthew Kane in Quake 4 was the only surviving human who did not fully undergo the complete process of Stroggification. Therefore, his mind was not under the control of the Macron. While the Macron can be seen as the commander of the Strogg military, the Nexus can be seen as the brain of the Strogg species. The food source of the Strogg is something called Stroyant. It's made by grinding up the remains of their victims' body parts or even from fallen comrades. This substance appears as a green slime that contains large amounts of proteins and other nutrients that the Strogg require. The Strogg have a Stroyant processing creature and a giant heart in one of their facilities that overlooks the production of this substance. The Stroyant health stations appear as a removed stomach attached to a device that dispenses Stroyant fluids for the Strogg. The Stroggification success rate is actually very high, but any defective bodies will be discarded or processed into Stroyant. While being a species focused on war and assimilating other life forms, they have also found a way to use their death to an advantage. The nanites that are inserted into a host during Stroggification will also play a part in aiding the Strogg army. Upon death, the nanites would dissolve and the body would vaporize. This matter would then enter the Strogg environment, and the particles could then be collected and processed into Stroyant production. So in a way, even in death, the Strogg will feed their own war. Now, the Palace of Cerberon in Quake 2 does show some flags with an insignia. This could have belonged to the species that was there a long time ago before it became known as the Strogg. And during the events of the first Quake video game, you could also find a similar insignia, but there was no clear explanation as to why it was there. It's possible the events of Quake had taken place after Quake 2 and Quake 4. Perhaps they helped Shub-Niggurath's forces in preparing Earth for its harvesting campaign. So that's a look at the Strogg along with some history. If you're a fan of this enemy, tell me which type of Strogg is your favorite. For myself, I would have to choose the Gladiator in Quake 2 and the Macron in Quake 4. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like rating on it, and subscribe with notifications turned on. Thanks for watching. My name is Carlos, and I'll see you in the next video.